Game 7, baby. Game 7. Who would have thought of it? Welcome, everybody, to the Celtics B Balln Podcast. You know, I usually do my podcast a couple of days, after the game, but I'm still so excited of what I just witnessed. Oh well, it's been a while now. Looking at time, it's been a while. And I'm on the East Coast, so it is morning. So like 10 hours ago or so, game been done for a minute. I'm like, wow, I'm still in shock. If you had said Miami would have put up 93 shots, although I believe they only shot 34%, but we only put up 78 shots. But we shot. The funny thing is, when I was looking at it, Miami, we only made one more shot than them. They made 34 shots, but like I said, they put up 93 to our 78. We made 34 shots. They made 33. We shot 20% from the three, but I believe I don't remember. Maybe it was 34%. I'm sorry, 35 shots from the three. I think it was more, but we only made 7 basically. So I think it was 7 for 35. I'm trying to quote the stats because my computer died and I don't feel like plugging it up. So I'm just trying to go off the head. But that's amazing. But Miami, I think they only took like 25 shots, or maybe 30, but they made 14 threes, I believe. If you had said they only had turned over the ball 5 times, I'm proud of us that we only turned over the ball 12 times. That's like, wow. Maybe some people say it a lot, but we turn over the ball a lot. So I say within like anything less than really 12, but this is going according to coach because I was really hard on them when they was turning over the ball, but I adjusted my thinking according to like one of the press conferences I seen on Coach Doka, I believe I'm saying his name right, Ime. He was saying he had basically adjusted our turnovers because as you see we lost. We was in the finals and we lost because we kept turning over the ball more and more, but he adjusted it to like 3. So I'm like, maybe I should, because he was like, I don't remember the whole conversation, but he basically he adjusted it more. But I'm like, what the hell? But I'm like, that's good. So that's basically relieving less pressure. Maybe he was saying as long as we have less turnovers than them. But guess following up with the turnovers thing, when we got in foul trouble with 9 minutes and so to go in the third, my heart started, I started panicking. I'm not gonna lie, I was excited, but because I like when games are like this, because you never know who's gonna win or not. That's what makes the playoff exciting to me. You get that rush. So I can't imagine how they feel out there. And people talk about there's no pressure. Like, there's a lot of pressure. Some people live up to it. Even if you're a good player, you could just be missing shots. Because look at Jimmy. Jimmy was missing like a lot of shots, but he still came through for them in the fourth. Although 2 of those calls was like, one on Grant, when Grant was straight up in the air. I don't believe that was foul, because I watched the game actually twice. I watched the game one time completely, but I didn't even say this. I wanted to say this before I forgot. So this happened to me. I actually made a video earlier today. Well, I thought I made a video. I didn't press record. So I heard like a lot of YouTubers talking about, like, I'm like, wow, that sucks. Now I know the feeling. And this would have been my longest video, because I was actually trying to hurry up, but I had so much, because I wanted to make it before, so I had written down my, taking my notes. Well, these, I took it from the last, game, whatever, so I was talking about that, and plus, I love to babble about here and there. I'll be getting sidetracked, but I basically spoke for, I know it was over 50 minutes, because I started basically like 7:20. I know I started 7:20, and then I was just, talking, whatever, trying to get it in. Like I said, I'm here getting off topic, so I'm trying to get back on it. But by the time I finished, it was like 8:20, so that's like, would be an hour. I'm like looking at the time, I'm all proud. I'm like, ooh, I did like an hour video. That's my most so far. That's dope. That's what's up. I go to turn it off. I'm like, hold up. Why it look like it ain't recorded? But I'm like, nah, I'm tripping. But it didn't record. But lucky thing, at least I didn't record it and edited it, and then it disappeared. That would have been like, oh, because I could talk, make another video, but that still sucked though, because that content went. I thought it was some pretty good content with the babbling and all that, with the sidetracking and all that. And before I get, I'm about to go off 10. I just want to remember, because I'm thinking, thank you, my 2 subscribers who subscribed today. I know it was, I'm assuming today, because I checked earlier and I didn't see no subs. So I see 2. Thank you. And I also see more people was, at least checking out my videos. I appreciate it. I appreciate the love. Thank you very much. Thank you all. But back to the game. I was so impressed with my team. Like I said, in the third quarter when we got in foul trouble, although we was putting them on the line, but we was actually still playing defense. That third quarter saved us, because we ended up, I believe, going in the in the fourth quarter up between 7 and 10 points, I believe. I could be wrong, but even regardless of what we was up, it was just how we didn't like panic, because that game could have went sideways real quick. Although Miami was, missing a lot of shots in the paint. I mean, they said that's like the second worst. Maybe I think it was Minnesota in the playoffs shooting in the paint. I said, but they shot 47% from 3, so that's a balance. And then they had the game; it was right there. So we'll see in Game 7. Anything could happen, but I'm just happy it's at the Garden. And I don't know if they pump crowd noise and whatever at game. Would that be Game 5? Game 5 at the Garden? Because this is Game 7. Just them walking up to the corridor when they they start the program, whatever. There's the elevator. I don't know if they went that way, but just basically they coming into the Garden. They come through some entrance, and it was loud before they even went inside. Basically, it's like they just open the entrance, but before you get inside the arena, I guess you could say, it was loud, and I'm like, wow, that shit is loud in there. Then I'm like, yo, Garden is lit. And even if they pump in some crowd noise, do that again, because that had me like turned up. Because I'm like, wow, the Garden is, and I know the Garden be lit, and I know it's gonna be lit Monday. Ooh, it's a holiday too, so extra people gonna be off, and you know the Garden's gonna always be sold out as long as we perform. You know, y'all gave us a scare, like dropping 3 games. That's wild. Well, I'm proud of y'all how y'all came back, regardless of Game 7. Because to me, anything could happen in Game 7. Because Game 7 is nerves. Seems like the rims get tighter. You want it so much both sides. You know, you just like a lot of Tatum shots. For example, he was getting to the rim, but it's like he's just just want it so bad or whatever. You know when you play tense, instead of just going up for a layup, you just try to like get it perfectly on the square or something, or like right below the square, so hit the square and then go in and make a layup. Sometimes it just it just spins out because you're like, then you like, what the hell? Then they drive and you get hit at the same time and you focus, but it's the pressure. Game 7. What do I think was gonna happen in Game 7? I'm not gonna say because we won 3 games, we gonna go in there and dominate. It's probably gonna go the same way. Either maybe Miami is gonna be up a little bit. I think this is how I want it to turn out. Like how it came out in Game 5. We started, I believe, real hot, but excuse me, I believe one time the score was like maybe 17-5. I'm like, yeah, this is how you start, because regardless of who goes up, long as I say it's between 10 and 15, and there's like a 2 to say, just to say between a 2, but really I want to say between a minute and 2.5, but let's just be just to be realistic or whatever, or just to say for numbers, if any team get like 3 minutes and they have like they only down 15, that's nothing. Even a minute and a half, because a couple threes, all it takes is 3 back-to-back threes, and you right back in the game. But if it's been the other way, if you down 15, and then because it's Game 7 and you down 15 or 12, whatever, then you're not playing how you supposed to, because the pressure coming out, you going down, turning over the ball. If you ain't going boxing out, because you ain't doing the fundamentals, you might start complaining. And Game 7 could go anyway, but back in the day, like when I was watching, back in the day, I was watching ball for a long time, but I started watching the ball like, I think like maybe 92, really, because I couldn't watch it in the early 80s, because like, I'm not from around her. I ain't from around these parts, but I'm from around these parts. But I couldn't really watch it, like, just to say before the Jordan era, not hating on ball, but like where I'm coming from, like people was wearing, like, they was wearing short shorts. I tried to watch basketball. Couldn't do it. I couldn't watch no sports, even football, because like when I first started trying to watch it, my focus was, I wasn't focused on, like, say now if I watch it, I'm focused on the receivers or whatever this quarterback. I'm not focused on like the guys bend over, like weird pause, but how the front line, the offensive line, is like this. I'm like, why is these? How am I supposed to watch this thing? Grown men is bend over. That's weird. But so I was like, I ain't watching this. So probably like 5 years, but this was when like I was 7. I came here like 7.5, going on 8. So and I love sports. I love to be active. Period. So I try to watch it. but I came back. Thank goodness. You know, thank you, Mr. Jordan. You know, and all your other great players. Thank you, Charles Barkley. Although I don't see eye to eye to you now, but you know, you was my favorite player when I started watching basketball. So I'm gonna keep it 100. You know, we grown, so I could say that. Like I said, I don't agree with your views now, but you know, you was my favorite player when I started watching, and you was the reason why I kept watching. You know, and I followed you from when I started watching basketball. I didn't have like a squad, so I didn't like the Celtics. But when I did start watching sports, I did try to cheer for like the New England sports, whatever. And the Celtics wasn't on like local TV like that. I think it's not, or maybe, yeah, it wasn't until like later on when we started getting local games, because you only could watch it, or maybe I might be wrong, maybe it was accessible, I didn't know, but I think it was only like the radio you could listen to all the games. And then, well, it depends on your region. I don't think it was in Western Mass, put it like that. Definitely probably in Boston, that's local, but we didn't have it. Well, I didn't have that option, I don't believe. Like I said, I wasn't watching it like way back. I did watch Larry Bird play though, so maybe it was before. I think I'll probably watch Larry Bird play maybe his final maybe two seasons, because I didn't watch him get the chip, so maybe it was his two final seasons, maybe something like that. Because I know he retired because back troubles, whatever. Well, he had back problems. That's why he had to retire early. But, I'm off on my tangent, but it's all basketball, so it's all related. That game, I didn't even say it. D White, thank you very much, Derrick White. You get Cellts B Balln game ball if I had one. If I had t-shirts printing, hopefully t-shirts be coming soon. If I get focused, print out a couple t-shirts, and then maybe I can entice a couple more, subscribers. And like I said, thank you again for my 2 new subscribers. Thank you for whatever reason that, you subscribe to. I appreciate it. Thank you for the love. But yeah, as this grow, I do want to make different trinkets and give it to the fans of the show, whatever. Go to one of those different companies that do mugs or whatever you could print your thing. I need a logo too also. I don't know if I'm gonna do it. I'm definitely gonna check back the person at my local mall. There's a gentleman, at those, I guess you call it a kiosk. I don't know if the thing in the middle of the malls. I believe that's what you call it. Could be wrong. Things be switching up nowadays. But next time I go, I do have his business card, and I do need a logo. I have the idea, but I don't know how it goes. Cause if I could draw it myself, and then maybe I don't know how I'm gonna see. Cause he said he's a graphic designer, so I'm gonna speak to him. But I do have a nice idea for a nice basic shirt. I have at least the color, cause this color it's nice. A lot of people like that color too. I'm not gonna say it because people are like, that's a good idea. Take my idea before I even get it out into the out to the public. Let me eat that local food first before start. Although I'm gonna share, but keep it on the rest. But like I said, thank you for subscribers. But I have a lot of different I guess different ways, I guess you should say, or different ideas to because I want to grow this, really and truly. Because I definitely know there's like a lot of Celtics fans like worldwide. I know there's Celtics fan in Australia. I'm assuming there's a lot of different. Well, I know there's Celtics fans and there's a different types of fans or different levels of fans, but different fans from islands. I would love like have like a call-in show. We just call in, as long as people be respectful. We could talk crap. I like to talk crap, and even though if you're even a Celtics fan, like I said, you could talk. You could big up your team as long as we keep it respectful. Go back and forth. Just build it, and then as we build, one of my ideas, and this is not that I'm like, oh, don't take my idea. I think it's a good idea for anyone listening. Like if you're trying to build your thing, I said, I just need to, get the ball rolling. But say even put your logo on like a mug or something, like a coffee mug or like a pen. Or, well, they say you could put your logo on anything, right? So I'm just thinking out of the box. It just popped in my head. Like something for like a stress relief. Could do something like that, like a little, squishy thingy. And cause I know I seen one like with a globe. So since it's like a basketball thing, my logo will be on, I guess, like one of those, because I seen one, but like I said, I don't know if I said it, I might have probably did, for like a globe. So if you just like replace the globe with like a basketball, and then you just give that out with your logo on it, and just say, hey, I give you your stress ball, just subscribe to my, or give me a like. And then you gotta watch the though. You like, hey man, you gotta go on your phone. You gotta go on your phone and give me a like, bro. Just pick a video and just give me a like, homie. I give you one of these, and then see how it goes. But, you spread the love. The love will get back to you, definitely. What you put out in the universe hopefully comes back to you, but definitely. It's a Libra thing all day. Keep it balanced. Like said D White, back to, the game. So I'm gonna go on a tangent. Most of it's basketball related, b-ball related. In my last video, like I said, the one I didn't record, so this is the video. I literally was like, as I'm doing now, looking at my phone. Although most time I'll be looking down, I'm trying to, get better as I do more videos, like look up more as I talk, whatever. It's just weird, because I'm trying to look at my phone and then, speak. But right now I'm just speaking to myself or just speaking into the air. But actually I'm not, because I got my two, peoples. I might even get more by the end of the week. So, I'm not actually speaking to myself. So thank you. Hit subscribe button, hit the like button, leave a comment, share the video. Oh, and thank you. I made a short. Maybe I should make some more, because already after I seen the feedback, I made a short, and like say within I don't remember, so I don't like just, but if I don't remember, I guess it's probably gonna be wrong anyway. But just say within the first 2 hours, I made a short and it had 75 views. That's amazing to me. That's dope. And then I went back, it got over like 100. So that's why the time is like different, because I checked a couple times. But I'm like, I was expecting them to see like maybe 3-4. I was hoping to see 3-4, I would have been excited to see 3-4, but when I seen 75, I'm like, wow, okay. So maybe that's what I gotta do. But I guess maybe I have to look at a couple other short ideas. Maybe sports related ones. I know there's like different like reaction shorts, whatever. And while I'm talking about shorts, go check it out. Celltics B Balln. Got my first short. This is actually maybe my second or third, but I haven't made one like in like over like a couple years. And I don't. Oh, maybe this is my third or fourth. Cause I had another channel. I still have it. I didn't. Maybe I'm gonna change the name or expand the name, but that was the idea. Still is gonna be the same, but that's gonna be my gaming channel. And thank everyone for subscribing there also. But I haven't got the full like gaming like um I don't know the word. I don't know why the concept jumping off. I want to say concept. I don't know why, but basically, get my PS5. I haven't got it yet, so that's why I'm like, when I get my PS5, I have a couple ideas. Like other folks, they play their games, whatever, and maybe play with like some online thing. But I haven't played games in a minute. But I still love, the games, and ever since it first came out, before I thought I was gonna get a PS5, I always been like an Xbox person because of the controls, but control have changed, have changed, whatever, upgraded. But back in the day, those Xbox controls or the PlayStation control, the tiny ones. Although I got small hands, but those controls, man, it was like I can't mess with that. So I always been an Xbox, but I'm gonna switch over. See, for some reason, and I don't. I think Xbox also had more games. I could be wrong when it first came out. So maybe that also, but it was definitely, I didn't like the controls. I'm like, this controller is tiny. I don't like this. Or you got tiny hands, tiny ass control, or you'll think it'll work, but nah. I like big. Nah. But like I said, I got a gaming channel. And it's just when I set up this one, I looked on it, because I haven't checked. I started like maybe 2.5 years back. So actually, I haven't even put up content on it. Or I made some content like maybe a month or so back. Or like a month or so back. Hasn't been too long. But I made some content to put up there. And then when I looked, I'm like, oh, because I know last time before it was less than like 20. And now it's over like 70. I believe it's like 79. So I'm like, wow. So I do gotta, get my, Xbox, or not my Xbox, my PS5. I went like to the same mall I'm talking about. When there, every time I'm online, it seems like they still was having like Xbox problem. Even it was GameStops. I went in the mall, and GameStop's dude was like, this was like maybe say 2 months ago now. It was like, yeah, I got like 60. So like, and I don't know why, but I was so excited, and maybe I did it because I haven't went back. But I signed up for those little although thinking about it, I'm like, it might gonna work out in my favor, because when I do get my PS5, I'm gonna get the games from there most likely, and with this membership, I think you get $5 every month. So even if I get a couple games, $5, $5 is $5 off. So, and I have to take advantage because I think I paid for it already. All those only like 20 something bucks or something. I gotta check it out, because you know how these things, if you don't cancel it, then next thing you know, I'm gonna be getting charged, and I don't even know, on the low, you know, because $30 come out your card every 6 months or 12 months, and you know, you ain't gonna really notice if other things going on. So I gotta find out. It's another reason I didn't even sign up, but I got excited and I gotta get my PS5. Back to the basketball. Subscribe, share, hit the like button. Thank you in advance for that there. So I think I said that about 3 times now. Jalen, great game, bruh. Great game. I appreciated it. You was terrific from the line today. Terrific from the line. You stepped up. You made some big shots from the line, my boy. I mean, respect for that. Because I was nervous. I know you're going to, although sometimes you miss 2, but even just the game alone, I'm not even looking at, like, how, although it's a factor, I don't expect you to just go up there and just, you know, just be breaking. But I know, like, when a player might go 1 for 1, you know, you might go up there and just miss 2 in a row. I'm not saying that you would or will. I've seen you do it, and I've seen Tatum do it. I've seen, you know, a lot of players. It's just the pressure I'm talking about. That's why I'm saying I'm giving you props, because you held it down today. I think you might have missed like 2, but even when you miss one of them, I was like, hey, as long as you make all those crazy, because we was down by 1. Although I wasn't like, oh, Jalen should have made 2 of them, because we was up by 4, I believe. So I was like, yo, Jalen just make. And this was when he was killing from the line. You only had missed probably 1 at that time. So I was like, Jalen, just make 2. Just make 1 of them. And I think you made the first. Then I believe the second one went in and it popped out. So I don't even consider that's a miss. It's like when you front rim it, I'm like, but when it pops out, it's like, whatever. That's just basketball. But great job today. You kept attacking. Like, I'm watching the game again, but I'm thinking if you like, nah, because you didn't shoot. Your shot line was nice. I think you only shot the ball you only put up maybe the most 17 shots. I think it was 16 shots. But I don't remember you taking a lot of threes. You might have. I know you took a couple, but basically you kept in attack mode. You played great defense, and you know you knocked down. Those 4 that you knocked down. That was big, because you kept your focus. You could have went there, because I think the first one there was a T, so you knocked down in the T. Then knocked down those 2, so you could have just had a brain lapse and just, but you was focused. That's all. Like, good props on that, my boy, coach. I think I talked about you one time, because I'm like, man, that was I don't know if that was a rant. That was a rant to me. But I labeled it a rant, because, I'm trying to get some views. So they said, I guess it's the words that you use to get your views. So, I put rant in it to see if it helped. See if the views will go up. Pardon me. Coach Missoula, good job. Held the troops together when we was down 0-3. Usually after the game, win or loss, I like to listen to the press conference because usually after, but I try not to since I'm trying to get videos out because I couldn't help myself today. And I think the last game I didn't because actually the last game I was gonna, but I believe it in the DVR or I didn't do something. I thought when I looked at it, it was supposed to be automatically. It was been doing it the whole season, but it didn't. You know, the post show is usually taped automatically, but it didn't for some reason last game in this game. But it had the recording light on button, but whatever. It came on, and you know I peeped it out, but basically not hating on the show or whatever, but I'm like trying to get my opinions off, cause you know without listening to them and then and subconsciously and you know back, so I'm regurgitating what I heard, although it might even be like one reason why I didn't, cause I was trying to think of a word to use for my team, and Eddie uses this word, and I believe I think his name was Eddie also. The older gentleman. I think he was the coach for Toronto. I know he played in the league. I believe but I know he was the coach for Toronto. He was on the NBA network or NBA channel. So I was watching. I've been watching a lot of reaction, whatever, and I usually try not to, besides like the post game interviews. I like watching that, but up to I think like I said, maybe the last game, because I was so like there's really nothing they could say that I want to hear. I was so upset and shocked that we went down 0-3 because I expected a better performance. Like I said, I appreciate the comeback and the effort, but they used the word resilient, and that's the same. Well, I'm like, how could I describe my team and the performance? What's the word? That's the word that they both used. Eddie House and also other Eddie from NBA, the older, like I said, older gentleman that used to coach in Toronto. I believe he was in the league also. Almost 100% he was in the league. That's why. And when he coached Toronto, he was a good coach. But that was their word. And when we was down, to be honest, I was just taking it game by game. I didn't even want to think that further, but realistically, I'm thinking, man, we can't get swept. But then the way we was playing, I was like, you just come out there and like how they was playing, they might have just laid down like, man, whatever. But they fought game 4. So I was like, all right, at least we got one game. Then they got 2 games. So I guess game 5, then I'm like, all right, let me see what they said. But so maybe game 5 he said it, or maybe after game 4 he said it. But basically, Coach Missoula, he said, well, I think I heard it from Eddie House when he was on Undisputed with Shannon and Skip. I was trying to remember so I could say it when, but I don't remember. But I think that's where I heard it from. Eddie said it, or maybe Shannon or Skip said it, but I believe, or maybe the other sports show. But they said Coach Missoula said basically, and y'all probably heard it too. Basically, it was a bad week that we had when we was down 0 for 3, whatever. So, and I don't know like the question asked or what he said after that, but I'm like, I like that. I like that because if they said it, and for a long time we perform, even this season we perform better when our backs are against the wall. For some reason, when things are like, that's human nature, and especially for my team. Just when like I said, this is just for example. I'm not picking on them, like, see. But for example, when we lost the 2 games against Orlando, and how we came out against Miami, I think we figured, and we know, although and it's good that we're not saying it. It's definitely good because I don't want to hear like, oh, we better than them and wait till this and that. All we said was, hey, let's don't get one, don't let us guess one or one game at a time, whatever. That's all you need to say. You don't need no extras. I would be surprised that Jimmy said, hey, he guaranteed a couple wins, whatever. And I'm not saying because, like I said, or I might have said today or before, Jimmy is one of my favorite players that I watch. I never even sat down or ranked it, but Jimmy's definitely my top maybe 5 players. Definitely my top 10 players, but maybe my top 5 players. Because I never sat down and ranked like, oh, this guy. But I know, if anybody first who's gonna be my top player, it would be Marcus Smart. And it's not even hating on Jalen and Tatum, because before Marcus stepped on the court, I'm like, wow. Because I'm like, who's gonna basically replace Tony Allen? Who's gonna replace Avery Bradley? Because those defensive dudes was tenacious from Marcus Smart. Man, this is I don't even care about his scoring, and he improved his scoring. And a lot of people don't talk about it, but I remember when he first came in, he had broke his wrist or something, and he was still shooting like pretty good from 3. So it would have been like a lot of Marcus Smart slander, and I'm not here for that there. I said it today. Marcus Smart is the engine. Jaylen Brown, you the hype man. I like when you stay mid-range in the post. Your dunk hypes up. You don't know how your dunk hype up the crowd and hypes me up watching the game. And I'm sure it hypes up definitely hypes up the teams, the bench, whatever, teammates. So you don't have to be down there and be 0 for 6 from 3. Just, you missed the hype. Stay down there. The hype man. Everybody loved the hype man. So Marcus, you engine. Tatum, you do your due, baby. I was giving you your props today because, like, regardless of the, I'm not even looking at like how you shot the ball, whatever, but you definitely, regardless of the outcome, even when we lost those games, you're still on the boards. You still play more defense. You're using your length, which I'm like, that's why you have length. Use your length. Like stretch out when you play defense. Use that length. You don't gotta like crowd people, or just you do play defense, but now this year, and from last year, your defense has stepped up exceptionally. You've been getting more blocks, but I said you did your thing today too. They said they was complaining that, oh, you got your first basket in the 4th quarter, but bruh, you started off the game fabulous, and you kept driving. You didn't settle for 3s. You took the 3s that they gave you, but you was now there like just slinging 3s. You was attacking the paint. Respect for that. Respect for everybody who played today. It was a great game. Like I said, Coach, I haven't gave you, your props, but some people, coaches got fired, or fired for not adjusting. I'm still puzzled, but you the coach, so I'm just being observant and wondering why. But Rob came off the bench. Maybe I think he started game 4. Yeah, I think he started game 4. Then when he went back to the bench, game 5, and I want to say I'm not sure. I'm not sure if he started today. Although I watched it twice, but I believe he came off the bench, but I could be wrong. But I think Coach used the same game 5. But I was just figuring Rob wasn't starting because he was hurt. I'm not sure why he's not starting, consistently now. I'm not questioning Coach. I'm just trying to understand. So I'm thinking maybe it's because I was shocked when I looked up that he only either played in 35 games or I think it said played in, or it said GP games played. So I don't know if it started or whatever. But he only played 35 games, and then to come to remember, he came back, I believe, after All-Star, maybe a little before. So maybe that's another reason to relieve pressure off of him, to bring him off the bench and just say, hey, when you go in there, just give us energy. And Rob, before I even forget, that dunk was sick. That dunk was sick. I don't remember who gave you the alley. I'm trying to remember it. I'm talking about it. I can't remember either Jalen or Jason. I think it was Jason, but that finish, my boy, that finish was sick. I can't remember I don't remember what quarter. Yeah. It was in the first half though. So, and whoever see it gonna see that that was a sick ass dunk, my boy. But you had 11 and 7 in 17 minutes. I think you had 2 blocks. That was wonderful. Appreciate that. Everyone, like I said, who stepped on the court, and even people who didn't play, everyone was locked in. Grant, you did your thing. You ain't really scored today, last couple games, but the defense, you stopped the chattering since you had a little shot on my match. And I think it was today, I seen it earlier. It was funny because as soon as like yelling, usually people both mouths be open. Maybe Grant said what he said, he was quiet, but I'm like, that's strange. But or maybe it's Photoshop. They have Jimmy mouth open, and then Grant just like they're face to face, like they're yelling, but Jimmy mouth wide open. I'm not opening my mouth. You mofos. But Grant, like they by the box or whatever, but Grant mouth's closed. I was like, damn, why it look like Jimmy yelling at him, son, and I was like, oh, that shit Photoshop. But that was the whole reason I couldn't even help it. I'm like, Grant, please just focus on playing defense, bro. Like this is not a regular game. I'm not like saying because you're a grown man, and ain't no one gonna like, hey, say what you want to say, bro. There's a moment in time. It's not when we trying to get back in defense. You just gonna stop because, like I said, the referee's not gonna blow the play dead. It's like, oh, I messed up. All they gonna do blow the play dead to give you a technical, bro, or wherever, and then you're leaving your teammates in a vulnerable position. The only time that works out is if the other team misses and the ref don't give you a tech. So now you kind of basket hanging, and your teammate grabs the board because they missed, and you got to ease the basket. But usually referees ain't. That's human nature. The referees don't understand. They're not supposed to be emotional. They're supposed to be doing their job. So long as they ain't talking about your moms, I guess, but they might be. But basically, Edoma said, you suck, ref, or do your job. Or, you ain't see that. Why you get so upset that you calling, like, giving people texts? Like, come on, man. I know, like, and then Draymond be derating y'all. I said that before even these announcers started talking about. I'm like, this man right here be talking massive crap to y'all. And y'all just be like, okay, Draymond, so why didn't y'all do that to other players? Why basically it's like, yeah, I hear him talking, but you're ignoring him. So if it's not really that important, or that it's not that vulgar, I guess. But yeah, just taking up taking up people's, and then Draymond get favoritism. Although I didn't see it, I just seen the comment. This is related. Draymond say I guess he wouldn't mind. Like I said, I didn't read it. I just seen like the headline, I guess. He said it wouldn't mind us either going to Game 7 or taking Game 7. So, appreciate whoever want to support the team, because there's a lot of folks saying, that we wasn't gonna make it, including myself. But even regardless of the outcome for Game 7, and they gonna say, if someone watch it, man, you being wishy-washy, you need to pick a side or pick a team. Of course, I'm gonna say my Celtics. Anything can happen, but of course I'm gonna pick my team. But I'm sensible. Anyone could win. And a lot of these games, even before the blowouts, maybe besides one game when we did get, crushed, game was pretty close. I think one game it was like 128 to 108. But besides that, the losses was pretty close. The wins was pretty close. Today was only 1 point, so whoever come out, I guess, more relaxed. Yeah. Whatever team comes out more relaxed and focused, they're gonna get the dub. I think my team, just the fact that they get to sleep in their beds, maybe. They get, to see their family, so their family get some family joy. Maybe that, release some stress. Ladies, wifeys, don't overexert the people there, but, make sure everybody relax on the team. You see me? We'll appreciate that as fans, and I'm sure the participants will appreciate it too. You know what I mean? Everybody relax. Enjoy themselves. Definitely don't put too much pressure on yourselves, because me, would I be upset if y'all lose Monday? Only reason why I might be upset is if y'all just don't come out. I guess don't. I don't want to. I guess. Oh, we might be upset if we lose, if y'all come out and just start firing up this foolishness. Like, say if y'all just come out and shoot like 53s just because maybe we was down at 5-6 one time, so now we panic because we were down, like I said, 5-6, and we just start jacking threes and we're not making it. And then if we're up like 6 points and we just start jacking up threes, and that's the cause for us to lose the game, because we could have just went to the basket and got 2 points and continue movement that way. As long as we play, whoever win, I guess, deserves it. And but of course I'm gonna take my team. I don't know if they're gonna win. I hope we win. I'll put money on it. I'll bet $20 if somebody wanted to wager. Hey, I don't know how much. I'll be like, hey, it's a close game, but my Celtics gonna win just because I have faith. And that's it. I come with with props today. But this is all man. As long as the crowd bring that energy. We gonna be like, let's go Celtics, let's go Celtics. Alright, we come out with a nice win. Hopefully, I gave everybody their props. And if Brogdon plays, I'll be so more confident. So much more. Even if he doesn't, I'm still gonna have confidence we're gonna pull it out. If we play the game right, if we box out, do the things that we need to. Focus. Don't if the game, like if we're down a little bit, don't start arguing with the refs, man. Just play the game. The only way, if say the refs start making bad calls, our reaction is keep attacking. Don't keep attacking, cause so in a way they're gonna respect that the bad calls. Now you gonna kind of have to force them to like, hey, I'm attacking ref. Although sometimes that won't work. 2010 Lakers finals, Celtics. We was attacking the basket. We didn't get the calls, but could be in my opinion. I ain't watched that game since. I tried to watch it. I could never watch that game since, so I could be wrong. I could have overreacting. I remember our players was very tired, but we was up. We lost, I believe, by 4 or 5. I know we was up like maybe 10. We lost the lead, so I'm not blaming the ref for that. But I do remember. I could be wrong because I haven't watched that game. I can't. I tried to watch it maybe 3 times. And I maybe like 2 minutes, 3 minutes, and I know I haven't got 5 minutes. I can't, man. That game, man. I believe we got cheated. So I think I shed a tear. I mean, sure, a big man tear. I look a tear drip down my eyes still, I cry, but a big man cry. Yeah, man. Then, I see Rondo. I was mad. Those are the tears of madness of like, when you get robbed and you don't get robbed. Like, yo, let us play, man. Like, how you gonna cheat us just because, R.I.P. Mamba. But just because, in my opinion, it's only a opinion. That's probably just a word, new word. Opinion. They want Kobe to get his 5th, but I don't know how Rondo tests. Well, I don't know how Paul Pierce got a tech for that game. If that was that game that Rondo test freaking did that weirdness to Pierce, and then Pierce got a tech, and our test didn't get thrown out of the game. Like, come on, man. And right there, you can't be aggressive if you have a tech. And that was, I think, in the first quarter. So, see how I remember that game without watching it. I think we scored like maybe 79. Maybe the Lakers scored 85. That's me without watching it. That's how much. That's how much I remember that game. That game hurt so much. As a Celtics fan, I probably am not the only one, but that was a younger me too. I was still young. Yeah, 2010 was a while back. It was 12 years ago. 13 years ago. That's a while back, but it only like yesterday, but that game. I think we got robbed. How come? Like I said, hopefully I might be able to watch one of the game, and then I might see like, I definitely know we was gassed because shoot. that game was not coached good to me, and that's not me showing shade, but that's me remembering like, yo, we gassed, man. We was up like a little bit, so take out the starters, and then bring them in the 4th quarter. But I don't think that's how it went. It could have went that way, but I know we was gassed. I remember that from the rip. I was like, damn, man. Because even I remember Garnett said that in the interview, like, he couldn't move. He had no energy, and then the pressure. So it was like when you wanted so much, and then you tired, like you can't jump no more because you expend all your energy for every minute. And then if you don't get a breather, if you don't get like, so I never played professional sports, but I played a lot of like hard top, whatever, playground. When you tired, even when I play basketball so much, like say for hours and hours that you can't even jump no more. You literally like everybody on the court because maybe you play 5-6 games, but you're playing like real games. Everybody running back and forth. It's not one of those when you jog or when you miss you fake hustle back. Because I said I play defense, so I'm playing defense. I'm trying to play point guard, trying to bring the ball up, whatever. If they give me the ball to bring up, so I'm moving because I'm thinking about this. I'm out here, regardless, as an exercise. So I'm trying to exercise, use my muscles. I think I've been on here a long time because I'm looking at the time. I think I started at like 8 something. It just ticked. I wonder how long this video is. I hope this video record. I said I'm about to come off. Like, leave a comment, subscribe, share. I said like, but like again. Everybody said so it's free. Because everybody said if it wasn't free they wouldn't say it's free, just press the like. It's not, it doesn't do nothing. Just, goes to your history, I guess. Then you release your history, but it's for the analog, for the algorithm. That's what them say. The algorithm for the analytics. Yeah, it's time for me to go. I'm getting ridiculous. So I'm trying to remember. I gave everybody their props, and if I didn't, great job. Even the bench, I said I did the bench. Everybody was lively today. Coach, I haven't gave you your props. Great job. You made adjustments. You didn't panic. Like, I think it was last game that or maybe it was game 4. I think it was game 4 maybe, when you was like, and they bleeped you up, but you was like, man, bump that. This is the way we playing with that defense. And this is how we have to play from now on. I think that was game 4, maybe. But I know it was in the last game, but like, and like, I'm not gonna pile on you because I know it's a new experience. You see me? It's not because like ninjutsu and you like to fight. Stab you in your knees, homie. Leave me alone. Nah, I like your aggression, coach. So great job, and you learning on the fly. And like I said, you're making adjustments. I see, you're not scared to try things. At least I don't think, because I see it, like things don't work. I see you try different things, and I see like on timeout, all that they said, like today, like a couple guys try to sit in the coach seat. He was like, nah, my turn, because I'm getting better at this. But Al, did his thing. It was like, hey, and the thing is, you empower your players to say, hey, I could sit here without you feeling like, oh man, these guys are trying to upstage me, and vice versa. And then if you treat everybody like a man, although it's a sport, everybody's making money, they men, so everybody be respectful, and as long as you out there playing hard, regardless of the result, can't be mad at you. That's how I'm gonna feel, and I'm proud at y'all now that at least, because it would have been a long summer, even if we lost the 6 games, bro, just to get down by 3. If we lose, this is just maybe a couple more fans, but this is me as any basketball fan. If you lose game 7, like, hey, at least we came back. Anything happens, but if you're supposed to be the better seed, and they keep saying this, and it's just, to me, it's invalid. When it was, I looked at it when they first said it, and I was like, yo, I definitely gave them the props. They keep saying there's 4 players undrafted, and Duncan Robinson, what was it? Gabe, Vincent. I don't know if Strus is one of them. Max Strus. And then, let's say Vincent, Max Strus, Duncan Robinson. I'm missing one, of course, because that's a 4, but the first year, if they're undrafted, like, wow, that's, like, if you want to use a word, that's amazing. But they've been playing in the league and they've been playing with other basketball players. They're basketball players. Yes, they was undrafted, but they've been in the system. I can understand if they came to the system like halfway through, but they've been playing the system at least 3-4 years now. So like they're undrafted, like. And I hate hearing that because you're making me feel real bad because I'm like, damn, we can't lose to these undrafted people. But that's disrespectful because they've been in the league. And obviously they can play because they've been balling. Guys averaging more than what they've been averaging in the season. And they've been stepping up since they've been out there. So first year, like, okay, wow, that's amazing. But they're all basketball players. So y'all keep saying they're undrafted, trying to make us seem, I don't know, motivate us. It's just making me like, damn, we can't lose against these undrafted players that have been playing in the league 3-4 times years and they know the system already. So it's like, hey, you hire somebody, he didn't have no experience. 3 years later, he might have more experience than guys who've been there 8-10 years. You're gonna say, a lot of people gonna hate, like, he don't know more than me. But if he does, he does. And these guys improving themselves. That's why they went up 0-3, regardless of the result now. And this is what I expected. I didn't expect how it to turn out like this. Like we went down 0-3, and then we took the last 3. Because it's very hard. Because I watched many playoff games. Like I said, that's when the fun turns up in all sports. But unless it's like a sweep, and usually sweeps happen like the earlier rounds, maybe the second round, but you don't really see sweeps in the third. So for like a team to win, maybe 10 years ago, early 2000 maybe, a team could get swept. I kind of lost my thoughts, so that's why I'm like arming. I said early 2002. I don't remember, but I'm just gonna go with something like. Oh, okay, yeah. Say like the early 2000s, like when the scores were low. Like say early 2000 when basically they was using the 3 less. So say at least 10 years, 8 years. 10 between the last 10 and 8 years, if teams could like get swept, and or a team could go down like 3 games, because a lot of playoff games, even the early 80s, the early 2000s, that's when you get maybe like 105. That was a lot in the playoff, because that's when a lot of teams play defense, whatever. But just basically, it's hard to get like, unless, and this is what I said, but like back in like how I remember like basketball was like, it was hard to win at another opponent's like home. So it was like a lot of, they're gonna get their 2. That's why I say if you steal one at their home, it literally was a steal, because it'll be like the home get 2, then you go away, they get 2, and then maybe game 5, you might steal one on the road, whatever, because fatigue, or maybe someone get hurt, or blah blah blah. But usually, like a lot of games, usually people didn't lose at home. It was like wow. And then if they lost at home, it was no blowout. Like sometimes these teams be getting bopped at home. Cause like I guess because like I said the three now you jack up those threes, get people you could get like 10 threes in a quarter, and man that game looked crazy different. And if you up already and you get like how Golden State used to like third quarter dominate like they dropping like 35-40. So regardless if they was and usually they already up. So that's like a lot of times early in Steph Curry him and Clay didn't play the fourth quarter. Because it was like third quarter dominating and it was already up maybe 10, 13 points. So now they up like 30. So they can't play the like fourth quarter. They gonna win like 15, 20, even with the bench coming in. So give props. They're like props to Miami for like getting up 0-3. Definitely props to us for like getting those threes. And now we just like we've been shaky on the game. I'm not like even the lows we get. All teams have the lows. Even when they go like 3 minutes without scoring, but what impressed me is the defense. Like you said it, and y'all said it before. Then you're like, I'm like y'all said y'all defense is what y'all gotta play and win, and y'all notice and y'all still don't. But y'all been looking different, and it's I hope it's sinking in. And Tatum said this is it's the most he wanted to get back to Boston. I know it has to do with, he got to play with his little dude, and everything. Everybody, got to show everybody love. But hey, that's nothing to say. If you're a confident individual, you gotta stay confident. You can't waver because you missed like 10 in a row. Shoot it again, damn it. You just have to get a better shot selection. Can't come and miss 10 threes and shoot another damn three. Go get to the paint and mix it up, baby. Y'all been doing a great job. Probably been babbling for like the last 30 minutes. Hopefully y'all got a little good content. Game 7 Monday. Can't believe we here, baby. Derrick White. Hey, you saved the season. Marcus, you played great today. They said this is your first back-to-back 20, you know what I mean? You average, because game 4 you had 11. Game 5 you had 23, and I think you had 24 today. So great job, homie. Derrick White, you leading in blocks for guards the whole playoffs. Al, you doing Al? Damn, I didn't even mention you, Al. That's who I'm like. Damn, I didn't mention somebody. I mentioned Rob a little bit because of that dunk. Al, you playing magnificent. I see you, man. You keeping up with these guards because they trying to act like put you on an island and shit. But you keeping up. You're playing great. I see you on it. You know what I mean? See you on it. You see that timeout thing didn't work, so maybe when we up like 15-20, you tell her, hey Jimmy, remember this? Call it damn timeout, homie. Thought I forgot. Stay petty. that means you don't have to get ready. Celtics be balling. Celtics be balling. Definitely Celtics was balling today. You know what it is. Game 7. Ain't in the garden. We gonna be turned up. Even if y'all pump up the crowd, pump up some fake nights and all that place that the whole Boston supposed to be lit. And it's a holiday. Lit. Game 7. I wish I was there, but I did say if we make the finals, hopefully I get a ticket. And if we make the finals, man, I'm trying to make that happen. I don't really like the bleachers, but I'm really gonna try to make that happen. Y'all might see me get my freaking. I'll be at the game. Shoot, God darn it. Hopefully, game 7, take care of business. Just come out, focus. If you down, still focus. Don't come out and start arguing the referees. We know the referees gonna do some foolness. Cause them can't help themselves. Cause and a lot of these dudes is new, and a lot of things ain't changed. Referees is being referees. They be refereeing instead of refereeing. You feel me? Like, subscribe, share. Thank you again for my new subs. Appreciate everybody, even if you come in for like a minute. Say, hey, the hell this dude talking about? I give you a couple of information. Like I said, this is from a sports take, and I'm out, tired. I was gonna make this video like probably a couple of days. I was gonna say I'm gonna make it later, but truly probably within a couple of days. So I got it in. This is the reaction, the later reaction to the Celtics Game 6. You know what I mean? Wow ending, beautiful ending. Still, and I don't even be showing shade because I was proud of Jimmy when he went down. Like, damn, Jimmy, you did your thing. You knocked down those 3. I was like, damn, you sent us home, man. But I was like, we still got 3. Long as you don't get the ball blocked, get up a shot. Got up a shot, and guess what? We get to go home, sleep in our beds, get up, play the beautiful game of basketball. Hopefully it turns out. And, we get to play starting Thursday. Hey, Celtics B Balln. Let's go Celtics. Like, share, subscribe. Thank you again for, spending your time with me. Later. Deuces.